I'm out here cutting tops off some of these old carrot plants that are going to seed. You can see there's a lot of puff on here, but inside here, those dark things are seeds. Carrot seeds. Takes 2 years for carrots plants to get old enough, mature enough to give seeds. So you need to, if you choose to harvest carrot seed, it needs to be in a place where you can leave leftover carrots for a while so they can get happy. In the background you can hear I'm listening to a book on tape. Well, actually, a book of... Are there books on tape anymore? It's another cell phone, and I'm playing a YouTube audiobook of Alas Babylon, classic post-apocalyptic book. If you're looking for something to listen to while you work or revisit, it's a goodie. So here's the bed I've got the carrots that I've left from year to year, and I have a lot more that'll go to seed, and I'll collect those too. Watering the big stock tanks I have out here that have my extra tomatoes and my asparagus. I told you when it got to be time I'd show you what asparagus seeds look like, and so here are my big asparagus, you can see, and this is what it looks like when the females go to seed, and when they turn red, like this one is, you can see it here, this is when you want to harvest and let these dry, and then you'll find inside the black seed. Ta-da! Let's see. This seed will grow into an asparagus plant. And as a reminder, this whole bed down here, all those fuzzy things you see that look like dill are actually asparagus. And they are healthy. These were all planted last year by me, and I'm going to get some more and plant them, harvest some more of these seeds. I'll do a video just on that. But I did have a question from somebody the other day, from one of my YouTube family, and he was wondering about planting so many things into one bed, and would anything thrive, or would, like the tomatoes, take too much nutrients from the asparagus, or would the asparagus rob nutrients from the tomato? So these are just stock tanks I have out here, and the reason I have the asparagus in the stock tanks is asparagus will grow for 20 plus years and get better and better every year, so you want to put it in a place, in an area where you can just leave it be. And when I planted it in the yard, Mr. Old School Prepper kept inadvertently mowing it or digging it up or whatever he does when he's playing on his tractor. But you can see I've got a lot of tomatoes coming on to this bush right now. We're just coming into tomato season here. It's been a strange year. If you've watched any of my videos, you know it's something I've been complaining about for a while. Still got a lot of green tomatoes. This is a huge tomato plant. I trimmed some of my tomatoes, but just as an experiment, I chose not to trim, trim tomatoes on these, in these tanks, because I just want to see if I get better yields by trimming. Some people believe that you do. Some people don't believe you do. I don't have an opinion, so I'm going to find out. Let's see, and let's take a look at this asparagus plant. You can see many of these are turning red, and the plant is dying back, and that's when these, when they turn bright red, they'll be ready to be picked and then stored, and then the seeds captured for next year. But we'll do a full video on that in a little while. Anyway, let's go see what other seeds we can collect today. So then we'll go back to the topic of how many things I have in these tubs, and do I feel like one plant is robbing nutrients from another. Now, I haven't checked any of these out to see about companion planting, so I don't know if asparagus and tomatoes just really love each other, but they seem to really love each other. It's a match made in heaven. So my tomatoes are just going crazy, as I showed you before. You can see I got a little bug damage on that one, and finally some starting to turn color now, which is nice. But overall, everybody seems to be just growing fine. And additionally, what you don't know is I have tulip bulbs in here and daffodil bulbs, which come up first thing in the spring. And so they come up, and then the asparagus will start to come up, and then when the daffodils die down, and then the asparagus are up and I'm actively harvesting is when I plant tomatoes. But I've never planted tomatoes in here or in this particular bed. But so far, hey, so good. It's working really well. So I hope that answers that question, Brent. So far, it's working at least. But, you know, I'll try it again next year and see if we get more damage. I mean, if something's going to suck nutrients out, it may take a full year in order for it to do that. And now the sound you're hearing in the background is me filling my barrels here with water. I don't have these on a sprinkler system like I do much of my yard, and it's been 90 plus degrees a day, and so I'm just working around the yard and moving this from bed to bed to bed, or container to container to container, which is not a big deal. And luckily I'm on a well, so that is makes watering a hell of a lot easier. I don't have to worry about paying for it. I just have to worry about the electricity it takes to pump it. Okay, what else can we look at? So I started thinking about these carrots and the seeds. I'm pulling them out of the bed. While I'm pulling them, I reminded myself that I've said the seeds only grow on carrots that are minimum, or 2 years old. So does that mean a minimum of 2 years old? Meaning, can I just go ahead and leave this base in here, and next year will it regrow more seeds like all those? I don't know. So I got enough seeds heads in here to last me quite a long time. What I'm going to do now is pick the rest of these plants out, cut them out, and then I'm going to take them over to where the old chicken coop is in that pasture that I don't go into very often, and I'm just going to put them over there to compost, and maybe I'll get some carrots next year. I should throw some on the old compost pile too. And then let's keep this in our memory banks, and next year we'll see if these old plants give us more seeds again, or if 2 years is the minimum and maximum. Maybe a plant is only 2 years old when it gives seeds. I don't know for a carrot, but we're going to find out. Okay, that's all. Later. Bye.